Hello guys, welcome to another Ron Gamer stream. Nice to catch some of you around. We got Bonskub in the house, we got Golem here. I'm sorry I can't understand the language, but I think you're trying to say that I'm not able to get into the game. But I think I just managed to get in. So welcome all of you to the stream. So what we have got here is the Alliance War Sounds of Silence. This is an event to get the new and first ever Ragnar infiltrator, Wuldan, and I'll go through what I think about him. He's got some fixed skills and stuff like that. Now the other stuff is, of course, you get these Titan relics. Probably the most useful one of these, in my view, is either the orb or the rune. Right. You get a boost for using any 3-star or 4-star Ragnar Titan, so that means you can pretty much you can even use Joran if you want. You can use any 3-star champion as well, which is that something with K? I can't remember. There's another one, but you can use him. If you got yourself a Jaldorg, it still gives you a 1.2 boost. But if you get to Woldan, then you will be lucky enough to get a 1.5 boost. Alright, so let's have a quick look at the rewards chain and let's see what is up for grabs. You got your standard earth token, 50 portal stones, a couple of other rewards. You get 100 portal stones, which is nice to see that they still continue to give us the 100 portal stones as we go on. You also get another earth token at 2,500 souls. So which means if you're going to do this free to play and you're not really going for this event, it's 2,500 souls and you get yourself the 3 tokens. Now this event is for 3 days and 3.5 days, I believe, a little bit more than that. So you have plenty of time. If you can average more than 800 souls a day, you can get yourself 3 earth tokens without any much of effort. And then you get yourself a Karn. So while you're doing this event, if you're a new player and you don't have any Earth Titan, 3-star Earth Titan, then this is the one that you can get at 3,000 souls. And he's a pretty decent Titan if you can get the right skills. Because remember, he's a champion, and with champions, it's always the roll of the dice in terms of what Titan you get. At 3,500 souls, you get an Earth Ring. You will probably already probably have a lot of those Earth Rings lying around. Not something really to get. The Earthbreaker is nice, 3-star Earthbreaker. If you are trying to build the next Titan, Joran, and if you don't have a Joran, I would highly recommend any of the players who are beginning this game, or even in the middle level range, or anyone who doesn't have an Earth Ranger. Now, let's say you don't have a Jaldorg or Yarddorg, then getting a Joran is worth it. Now, if you've been following my channel for a while, you would know how much of a fan of Joran I am. I absolutely love my Joran. Even though I am now at castle level 21, my troops are level 20, I use my Joran all the time to take down defenses such as Metanos, Avalos, because a lot of troops do not have maxed resistance to earth. So that's why I go for that. Now, starting ahead, you've got your Hero Soul, which is alright, really. Now, a Terra Firma is a good relic for probably if you got a Skolna, because you get Goliath's health. Now, any relic that gives you defensive boosts for your Goliaths is more useful than having an offensive boost. So there you go. Anyway, so you got that. You got your Earth Cask. I think the Cask gives you Goliath's armor, and a Firma gives you I think Goliath's health, I believe. So they're good relics for that respect. But the question is, are they worth 8,000 and 9,000 souls? Especially if you already have these ones, you may not necessarily want to get them. But anyways. But now if your target is to get Voldan, and Voldan is at 11,000 souls, let's talk about Voldan again. Now Voldan, from the dev's live stream, he is a infiltrator with fixed skills. Now it's good to have fixed skills, because you know that when you grind to 11,000 souls, it's it's not going to be that much of a you wouldn't regret getting up there, because the skills are fixed. So there you go. That's the Voldan. You get that in, and he's got the first skill as Goliath damage, an offensive X skill, which I'm not a big fan of. But then he does have the other skills, which are tier 2 and tier 3 offensive skills. I think there's got one. I think one. It's got double. There are 2 damage skills. I think one tier 2, one tier 3, and you have tier 2 and I think it might be tier 2 and tier 3 armor piercing and critical. Now I think Voldan is slightly inferior to other infiltrators, and probably for sure inferior to Titans like Aurea, which we know is the best infiltrator out there, and you can only get yourself an Aurea from the Throne Wars event whenever that comes about again. But you also have it's also probably not as good as Loki. Loki is probably the rank number 2 in as comes of infiltrators. Voldan might be a 3, might be a 4, because you lose that first skill slot. Hard to say whether or not he's equal, because of all the offensive skills being tier 2 and tier 3. But I'm not really sure how that will be. Now you got a Coldan and Earthbreaker. Obviously, if you're looking to stack up damage, the Force Earthbreaker is good. But if you're an experienced player, or you're playing for a while, you probably already have one of those, so not really worth it. Coldan, not particularly a Titan you want to be going for. Hey, Zalon, welcome to the stream. Glad you're here. And Coldan, he's not a must-have. Especially if you are a more experienced player, you wouldn't be using champions, those traditional champions as you would call them, without any X skill boost in them for offense. So again, things might be different if this was a Siegfried, or if this was a Wukong. Things completely change, but this is not an X skill Titan. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. Now you've got now if you've managed to get yourself if you manage to get yourself to Voldan, remember you get a 1.5 boost, which means you will be that much faster in your grinds, and you can probably sail through to I don't know if you probably to Golden, but you can definitely sail yourself through to the epic token at 13,000 souls. And maybe if you have a spare relic token lying around, you may as well push further on. But he isn't someone you have to get. Now, one other thing I want to point out, hello King Bob, welcome. I'm doing well, man, and thank you, and hope you're doing well. Just going through the rewards chain. Now, one thing I want to point out is that Coldan was available, right, at 10,000 souls in an event before this. It was quite a while back, and I think it was the event in which Jaldorg was available. I'm not entirely sure, but he was available. I managed to get my own Coldan from that event. So if any of you really think that you want to go and get yourself a Coldan in terms of soul counts, this is not the cheapest he's ever been available at. I'm actually quite surprised he's available at 15,000 souls. I would have not had Coldan at all in this rewards chain, and probably put another relic there or something. Now the other thing is you're going out 16,000 souls. Hey Ollie, welcome. Hey, interesting comment there. You've got, and then at 16,000 souls you got 3,000 gems. You also got Orb of Wealth at 17,000 souls. Orb of Wealth is a good relic, no doubt. It's good. You get Titan Earth damage, ice resistance, but lightning. But what you got to sort of take into account is that you're not going to really find Goliaths being very useful in its current meta in when they are used offensively. So this relic is purely for stacking purposes. If you have a Metano, you got a Skolna, you want to improve the resistance to your Panthers or your Goliaths, or maybe even on an Avalos to your Imperials, then this is kind of those relics that you want to stack on. But always keep in mind that whenever you equip one relic, you're taking up space where you could have probably put in something else. It's always a trade-off. So may not necessarily be the best orb. It's probably in the list or the rankings of orbs, if I would put it, it's probably somewhere in the middle to low region of orbs. Titan Souls, not a big fan of that, but yes, if you're a new player and if you actually finish this event, I suppose for all those XP for Titans may not be that bad to get. But again, if you're trying to level up higher Titans in level 50 Titans and above for the 4-star, you may not really find that useful. 350 divine gems. Now if you're already at 18,000 souls, you may want to push now. Again, what I find kind of disappointing again is the fact that you have a 2,000 souls difference between the gems, the divine gems, and Earth Rune. Now if you ask me, if you are going for this event, I personally think this rune again, it's Titan Earth damage. You get 3 shield spells. Now those 3 shield spells in my view are very useful. Yes, it's no doubt it's good, and it's armor. This is a decent relic, right? No doubt it's a decent relic, and the reason I say this, if you have a Koldan like I have, and which you probably want to work on if you're a mid-level player, you get armor and you get shield spells. Shield spells are very useful for champions, but they can also be used for infiltrator. If you get yourself a Voldan, it's a good relic for him. So and I almost feel that this Earth Rune is designed for Koldan, for Voldan. And probably just Golden. That's why the title of my stream is all the Dans. You got the Wall and the Golden. So that's what I think. Now, I would say if you're a new player, I say if you really think you want to get the new Titan, I would go up to Waldan and get your Earth Sight and just stop there. I'm very confident that the Earthbreaker and all the other relics, they would come at a cheaper price in terms of souls at a subsequent event. So I'm not so in terms of, for me, this event is not a sellout. I'm not gonna be doing this event seriously, but I would do my best. Well, just because it's been a while since there been a good event. There's been there wasn't an event really Monday to Wednesday. We had the very not so popular, I guess, the pull event for the runes for 6,000 souls. I wasn't personally a big fan of those, but because there's nothing really, and when there are no events, the game does lose its energy, players lose interest in it. I was kind of fading in and out of the game as well, just doing my sort of VP grinds, but it felt more monotonous. Now that we have this event, I can at least train up my Titans. Now let me show you what I have on plan and where I think I might land up with. So on the rewards chain, let's bring up the rewards chain again very quickly. Let me know in the comments where you think you're going to be grinding. Do you consider this Titan to be a good one? Do you think the Titan is at 11,000 souls is alright in terms of its soul price, but do you think anything further is worth grinding for? Let me know. So now I think I probably will just land up getting my Earth token at 2,500 souls and collecting the 150 divine gems. And my ultimate goal is to get myself those 5,000 divine gems and make that one pull at the divine altar to get that 5-star relic. So anyway, that's what it is. That's where I will be. But again, I do have a lot of portal stones lying around, and from the last event, and they are about to expire. So it's worth for me to collect. As you can see, 30 minutes, and I would be losing. So I'm going to collect this one now, and I'll get 100 portal stones. Oh, I'm going to lose some other things as well. Alina, oh man, this is what I don't like. I have my Titan Hall is so full and it's been full for ages. Anyway, I'm gonna probably have to do some bit of fusion now as an on an emergency basis. But let me before that bring up that this is the Coldan I have, and I got this Coldan for 10,000 souls in an event beforehand. So cheaper than what it's at the moment. My Coldan isn't the best by any means, I think, but he's not the worst. I've got fire resistance, which I do like. I got physical, which might be good now that that Odin and Siegfried are taking center stage on defense. And I've got it's more. This is a more of an infiltrator build on my Coldan, which I could work with, and I've got some armor at the end. So not a terrible role. I know what you guys think of it. Let me know. Now for this grind, I would be what I've done is I've got this is what I'm gonna be, and I've already used this a bit before. I'm using my 5-star relic, the only 5-star relic I have, which is max at 10. It took me a long time, and if any of you have been watching my channel and my grind streams, I've been gradually leveling up. It took me months to do this, but he's at level 10, and it's definitely helped because I get that 50% troop damage and 40% troop health. So I've used this to buff my Panthers, and I've got obviously my mount armor and the 4 and 3-star bitter duck. So that's what I'm going with. King Bob says I haven't done the last few events, and I'm not going to do this one too. All these new titans are just trash. I'm just collecting event tokens, and you know what? I agree with you. It's not the best event by far. I haven't done the last event either. So it's going to be more collected. Now that said, now if any of you have been again following my channel, you would know how big a fan I am of Joran. I absolutely love my Joran. Let me bring up my Joran. I love him, and I've been using Joran a lot on my attacks. And now this is what helps if you got a Joran. Now I've got a 4-star Earthbreaker, right? I got it all maxed out. And I used to use Joran a lot when I was below castle level 20. I'm not using him as much now because primarily the fact that I've begun to use more 4-star titans in there. But he really helps. Now just look at the damage with these relics, and I've got a 3-star mountain fish and a 4-star mountain fish along with this boost of disease, which isn't maxed, which helps me stack up the damage because it's pure Titan damage, and it's better than putting anything else. I can get 18,580 damage on an unmaxed Joran. Oh, hello Frost, welcome to the stream. So with that damage, it does pretty much killer damage, and I wish I'd recorded the video. There was a Mitano on a garrison in the War Gods Alliance, which is one of the top alliances in the game. And there was a garrison with a really tough Mitano, and I couldn't take the Mitano down with my Ledega's Panthers, no matter what I did, because they were resistant to poison and Titan as well. Well, not Titan completely, but more of this. So I used my Joran with a lot of raid spells, and I got it down, and that was satisfying. So there you go. Now, if you have a champion Jarldorg, of course, this is not in question. You probably wouldn't want a Joran, but there you go. That's what it is. Now, in terms of your Karn, sorry, if you're looking for a Karn, again, this is a Karn that I have. You want a Karn with resistance to ice, and you will probably want resistance to poison. Fire is always useful. So this is a Karn, and I've used him a lot on attacks, and he's wonderful. In fact, I've gone on to take down a fair few Soldier defenses with him, with a couple of relics. So again, Gul'dan, Karn, not a bad Titan if you get a decent skill roll. Right, so those are all the Earth Titans I want to bring attention to, and what they can really do. Now let's get back to the grind. I think I have to do some fusion now, although I don't want to, because I'm running out of space. I'm always running at maxed capacity. I want to get this scuba to 40 because that's kind of one of my mini projects going around. Uh, Man, yes, there you go. I'll probably get more Cyros on the way. Uh, nope, I think that's not gonna work. I'll have to probably get into my 2-star, 3-star, well, yeah, 2-star region now. What shall I level up? I think I'll maybe just focus on my. I think I'll do my Siegfried then. Uh, this kind of yeah, this kind of annoying that I have to do my fusion. And this is one thing, guys. The devs. I mean, I guess I don't know if this is a kind of a complaint or anything, but it's been a while, man. It's been a while since we've had a fusion event. I know it's coming. It's coming on Monday, but but you got to be more regular. You got to be more regular. Only well, purely for the fact that there is no way at the moment to increase the capacity of a Titan Hall. It's 260, and with every upgrade you only get like +5 space, and with the new Titans being released every week, and it's not possible to keep up with that. So unless you're going to do that, you got to bring in the fusion events much quicker. um, Anyways, so right, I think that's 21. Archer's armor piercing unlocked. This isn't the best Siegfried, if anyone's wondering. I've got offensive for spearmen and armor piercing for archers, which is good, but everything else is pretty much not ideal, let's say. But anyway, I need to level him up because I don't have anything else. He'd probably make a good land defender, a moderate land defender. At least we'll get the numbers up. Okay, now so let's bring back my Gul'dan. Okay, and I'm gonna see if I've got enough space to claim that Titan. Otherwise, I'm going to lose at Alina. Can I claim her? There you go. No space. Alright, I gotta do some more fusion, so sorry guys for this, but that's how it rolls. I think maybe I'll do something else. And I promise after this we'll do a bit of grinding and I'll show you what I can do with my Gul'dan in terms of grinds really. Nothing fancy, nothing too great. We shall do, let's focus on, I just need to get a few fusions in for no apparent reason because I need space. There you go. That was much better. I personally think King Bob says Logu and Joran are better than some of the new 4-star Titans. I agree. What's happening now is that the trend is that the first skill for many of these 4-star Titans is an X skill. But an X skill which you wouldn't really necessarily benefit from. Now let me take an example again. Let me just quickly claim that Titan from the hall, and I want to discuss something actually that's probably worth the time doing that. Okay, yeah, okay, we are safe now. I'm always running against the clock with these Titans. Okay, what else? Anything else to claim? Okay, 16 hours, that's the way. Alright, so now what? Yeah, that's a good point, King Bob, and I'm glad you brought it up. Let me bring up Avalos, right? The new Avalos. I'm sure many of us around here have got this Avalos from the Theaters of War or from some temple pools. Now, let's have a look at him. The first skill is Titan resist against dice. Now, on an Avalos, a Guardian, a Titan that's traditionally associated with providing sort of defensive skills for troops. How does it matter what skills you've got for the Titan himself, because I'm pretty sure all of you use your Guardians. Probably you might do a bit of kiting depending on what troop it's doing, but most of them they're on the battlefield, but they're not there for attack. They are just there because you got to take a Titan in, right? So not very useful. Now, although you get all these X skills, I would have always preferred having a resistance there for Imperials. That would have been wonderful. Now imagine that was 72% Imperial resistance to ice. I mean, that would have been wonderful, but nah. So that's the trend. And actually, on that topic, let's have a look at an infiltrator. The only infiltrator that I have in the Forcer category, which I consider useful, is now this Nexus. Now the Nexus I've got, this is a very, very balanced Nexus, and I've had 3 other Nexus before I got this Nexus, and I leveled this Nexus up. But now with the new Titan, right, the difference is the second skill will be it's going to be a tier 2 rather than a tier 1 skill. But what you lose the first skill slot, and you get something which is going to boost Goliaths, which is not very great, because having any offensive skills on Goliaths is not wonderful. Now if any of you have yet to check out Game Rescue's video on Goliaths, and I really like this video and definitely recommend all of you checking it out. So Game Rescue has put up a video of comparing he's put a comparison between what a maxed Goliath and a maxed spearman can do with the right relics, right? And I think it was a comparison between a Skolna and I think it was between a Valkyrie or something. And between the two, the spearmen are much better in every category. So there you go. So that's why the Goliaths are not there yet. They're not in that zone that they can be used. They are slow, all of that, etc. You can all please watch that video. It's really nice. And Game Rescue put another video today, well, probably a couple of minutes back actually, where he's discussed and put his views on the event. And I kind of share his opinion on this as well. I think a Titan of this distribution for an infiltrator, I'm not saying this is the best distribution, I don't know that, but it's this sort of thing that you want. So and that's why I think this new Titan will probably be a notch lower than, not as good as the other infiltrators. But anyways, let's all get over the doom and gloom of the whole thing, and let's do some grinding, shall we? So I've got a lot of portal stones. Let's get some battles on the road. I do have, I think I've got Game Rescue. I've got Game Rescue on my server again this week, and I had the pleasure of being with him on the server last week as well. Let's find my PP, well, not my partner really, but the person I would expect to be more active because he's in the War Gods Alliance. There you go, he's active. Let's do this grind. Let me show you. Now I'm grinding on level 23, and this is purely for experience. Now with this setup that I have, these are level 21 Panthers and the Koldan. And with this Imperial and Grenadiers, I get 0 losses, which is wonderful, and I'm able to do my grinds quick as well. So I would suggest to all of you here, if you've got yourself kind of the similar setup that I have, I would recommend putting these relics on. Let's have a look, and it takes not really long for me to finish this battle. So that's all with using only Panthers. There you go, that's done. So how many of you are here are going for this event? I mean, again, what I share, this is my own opinion. Some of you might consider that this is a Titan you want to go for. If you don't have any Earth Titan that's in the 4-star, well, if you don't have a Joran maxed, or you don't have any Earth element, then you might find this an interesting event. Now, in terms of, if I was to give you some sort of, something good to talk about this event, now the 11,000 souls with a 1.2 boost to be done in a little bit more than 3.5 days is not a bad deal. In terms of in terms of, if you look at this way, hey, you're getting a 4-star Titan for 11,000 souls, and you get a boost. It's a worthy event. But otherwise, for the Titan itself, I wouldn't think so. So yeah, so let me know, guys, where you think you're gonna go. Are any of you gonna grind all the way? Any of you any of you think that it's worth getting that rune for 20,000 souls? So let me know in the comments. It's good to know what people ideas are. Alright, I think I have to find a different PP partner now. Looks like a lot of event lands. I wonder if I can go for a level 24 land. Probably not with if it doesn't have Imperials and Grenadiers, because that's the easiest land even normally. Aha! I probably will get some losses in this one. Let's try this out. It's all about the experience at this stage. So you're 33 minutes into the stream. We have 12 people watching. I appreciate everyone here. I know a lot of you are probably just lurking around there listening in. I still appreciate you tuning in, guys. There's been I think it's been quite a while since I actually done a video or a stream. But man, they are not having any good events to make me want to do one. But all these weeks, I've just been focusing on level. I've been working on my Odin, and I know that the fusion event is coming on Monday. I'm just getting sort of all things lined up and making my decisions on what I want to get, on what I want to level up. And I would definitely suggest, guys, for all of you here, start saving up your food. When come Monday, you don't want to be caught off guard without any food, because all these Titan Fusion events, they only last for a little, not for very long. So yeah, so try and get one of those, getting all the food you can by then. And these events are wonderful for that, because look at this, when you're grinding on this land. I didn't even check whether I had any losses. But when you're grinding on these lands, you don't actually suffer a lot of losses if you do them right, and you get a lot of food. So you can stack up all the food as you go along, right? So a good idea to do this. So anyone here who's using anything other than Panthers for the grind, let me know. That'll be quite interesting. I don't know. I think I find using anything other than Panthers on events really boring, because the whole experience of event grinding becomes that much more tedious if you're not using Panthers. With Panthers, if you're not getting a lot of losses, I mean, if I wasn't doing the stream right now, I might as well be like watching something on the television, or listening into some music. I don't have to keep my attention focused on the screen. So that's definitely an advantage. I'm pretty sure by this end of this event, I'll probably get this gold down to 47, and maybe by the fusion event to 50. All champions, they shine when they the 4-star champions, they shine in their final in the journey from level 50 to level 60. And it's probably true for all Titans, really. I always use Panthers for event. Yep. So there you go. Glad you see the same agreement in that. Now, of course, if your Panthers are relatively low level, you may not experience the same benefit. But again, it might be you may still find that better than anything else, because if you're going to be hitting lands of the same level. Now, if you look here, what I'm doing is I'm hitting level 25 lands, and that obviously gives me a ton of experience. I think it's, well, not ton really, 303 experience or something like that per battle. So yeah, Try and find a land that will maximize your experience. Because the main one of the other purposes of this event, even if you're not doing the event, do the event for the grind to get experience, and for for getting relics, basically for your fusion, your forging. So look at that, no losses. So try and find a land that gives you either zero losses ideally, or low losses, and stick for those for your grinds. And as long as you are able to sort of sustain those losses for a longer run, you're good and you get the experience. So try and do that. Now, for example, if I wasn't using Coldan, I probably would have switched on to another Titan I've been working on. I would have probably switched on to, let's say, Odin, maybe, right? So if you're not doing the event, oh, hello, Joseph Jansen, welcome to the stream. Glad to catch you around. So yeah, so if you're not doing the event, then just choose a Titan that you want to focus on. I mean, now you got to keep in mind that I'm gonna have some. Okay, keep in mind that you're looking at an event, looking at Titan Fusion event coming up on Monday. So if you're working on a Titan that you want to focus on, then hit PP lands, get the Titan as close as you can to the next boundary, right? To unlock the next relic slot, and Titan's skill slot. Get it up there, and then when the fusion event comes, you just fuse in a few Titans, and bam, you get an improved Titan basically. So I think I had one loss there because one of my Panther decided to dream away. And also, one of the things, guys, I would suggest is obviously try and find an active PP partner. Lets you sort of stick on to just one screen, and it's just basically do a battle, click away, click, battle, click away. So it kind of becomes an exercise of clicking, 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 rather than clicking, scrolling across the screen, trying to find the next target and stuff like that. So definitely recommend that. So yeah, these events are in disguise. They are events. They are ways to level up your Titans. And I think there was someone on the dev live stream who mentioned that it would have. I think it was on the video, somebody's video, I think, on left side. But that if they had Jaldorg, the 4-star Earth Ranger, also available in this event, I can rest a bet that I would have probably gone for this event then, because I would have loved to have a 4-star Earth Ranger. But then he wasn't available, so I'll skip this one. Because remember, guys, if you're looking to get yourself a champion Jaldorg, when he comes out, he'll probably be available at 21,000 souls. And when he's available, all these relics, or at least some of these relics, and I'll probably lay my money on the fact that most of these relics will be available when that happens. That you can get all these relics plus champion Jaldorg with the same amount of gem you're going to spend. So that's another reason to hold off on this event in my view. Now again, if you're of course in one of those competitive alliances, and you have to do some sort of soul minimums, well then it's a different story. But if you're like me and the alliance that I'm in, if you don't have any soul minimum at the moment, so just do what you can. I think I need to set up a few more. Yeah, on these lands I have to set it up because I would lose Panthers otherwise. Although it's not a worst end of the world if I lose a Panther or two, but well, it's good not to lose any. I really do like this click away and skip end screen thing that the devs have done. I can just click, click, click and do my battles quickly. Otherwise, man, you got to wait for the animation before. And if you're new to the game, you're very lucky now that you don't have to see that. It was only in the last update that they did that, I think. Alright, I think we've run out of Imperial lands. Let's go back to my other PP partner. See if he's changed around and okay, 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 Noopy. Joseph Jensen, I'm using Astaroth. Till Astaroth, that's oh right, yeah. He's the 4-star paladin. Ah, now interesting. And then I'll use Odin. Yeah, good plan, good plan. Yeah, so quickly get yourself a 2,500 souls to get the tokens. And go. So you going for the new Titan, Ron? No, no, Bon. I'm not going for the new Titan. No. I will only go for an Earth event when they have champion, when they have, well, not champion, when they have Jaldorg available. I'm not going to do it till then. I have most of the relics. I don't have the rune, of course. I don't have. I don't. Well, I don't have all. I don't have some of the things I would want. I don't have the 4-star Earth site. But then I have so many other things to work on. I'm not super desperate at the moment. So I'll wait on. I'll wait on. Um, I already have a Joran, and I can use my Joran um, to take down the defenses that are weak to Earth. So I'm not desperate at the moment. But and you know this he is the only Earth infiltrator. So I'm very confident that they will have him out again. Um, I'm not sure whether it'll be at the same price, but you know, whatever. Infiltrators are not the game changing RE for me, and I do use infiltrators a lot. I use my Nexus a whole lot, and I do enjoy infiltrators. But uh, you know, when I look at the infiltrator because of the first skill, the Goliath X skill being offensive skill, that pushes me down. If that skill was Titan Health, I would have gone for him. But given the moment, I'm not. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm just doing this for the grind, doing this for the experience. I gotta find land, appropriate land. I was relying on you, war gods, to get me some PP lands. Look at that. He might have some PP lands. So my goal is to try and find these lands. And I know it's kind of boring. You know, you got to scroll through and find the lands. But I try to find the highest land I can, especially if I'm not doing this event in its seriousness, right? Because the way I look at it, I've got 4 days to get myself to 2,500 souls. That's plenty of time. Yeah. But any of you are doing the event, you know, again, I know they're just my opinions. If you think this event is worth it, just yeah, that's all good. I've got, you know, that's all fine. Because you know, if the meta changes, if Goliaths become stronger in the future, then perhaps Titans like like this one and Grolgarg, I think there's the other one that is a berserker sort of Ragnar Titan. They might become more sort of useful then, but as of now, I don't think so. Man, why is it so hard? Level 25, man. Oh. Looks like I'm pretty sure war gods are going all the way. Oh, tag her. Hey, welcome to stream. First time I'm catching you around. Glad you could come. I hope if you so do you play Dawn of Titans or are you just popping in to my stream for the first time? Let me know. All right, so let's get this grind set up. All these Panthers are pretty wicked. I like those maps where all the troops are right at the front. Because with this, I got to spend a few seconds rearranging the troops. Maybe after this, I'll try and find a battle I can do with my Odin, right? Just for fun. Or maybe with my Joran. Why not? We can do some battles with my Joran. Because I do love my Joran, and he will also give me the 1.2 boost, right? So yeah, we could try that. That's good. Experience, experience, experience. No losses. That's what I like. Okay. Let's try and find something else. Let's go back to my base. I'm just gonna collect my stuff. Don't want to be raided, right? I'm in the Masters League, and this week has been crazy, guys. We've been in a league with War Gods, and I believe some of the top alliances in the world. This is where we are. We've got War Gods. I don't know if you guys are on my server. It'd be fun to know which alliance you guys are from. So we've got pretty deadly alliances in our midst. Nope, just usual. Don't talk plate all the time. Right, okay. So there you go where we are. We're just below that range, but man, there's probably we're not gonna be getting a 3-star reward this season, but that's okay. That's okay. We will wait our turn, I guess. Not well, I don't. Well, I want to show something else. Where's the leaderboard? Let's look at the. Man, what am I doing? Yeah, global alliances. Look at that. War Gods number 3. There's some other alliances as well, I think. I played with Bulldogs before. Yeah, that beat pad, they're with us as well. So yeah, a couple of big alliances there, which makes it a bit difficult. All right. So 50 minutes into the stream. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Let me try and find a nice battle if I can. Anyone here who's not doing the event and who's got some nice VP for me, so that I can test out, or some nice Titan. Might be a little bit difficult because everyone's going to be pretty active. Well, if I don't find anything soon, then we'll get back to our regular grind. This week has been quite strange. Strange because of the presence of war gods in our midst. Man, they've been capping all the lands away when, so you don't have a lot of players with VP lands left, and this is kind of how I guess things are in the higher leagues. So most of my VP then comes from garrison raids. Oh man, not looking like it. All right, let's just do some grinds and what else? Got no other choice. I was hoping to show you guys some battles. Oh, Mr. Healer is back. Perfect. No, where's this go? What? What? No. There you go. Jason Jerome, hey, welcome. And Jason, I know you're going to be doing your executive summary on this event. I'm gonna be getting off in a while. So yeah, are you gonna be doing your analysis in a few hours or something? I remember you did give a rough timeline some in your in Zalon stream. So yeah, let us know when you're going to be streaming. I personally look forward to that. It'd be interesting to know your analysis and on this event. I would expect that in terms of its viability, it's probably in terms of getting to 11,000 souls. I think it's a pretty decent event for that. But the Titan itself is meh, in my view. Yeah, look forward to your stream, buddy. No worries, man. I can't. I can wait. Hoping for about an hour from now, but I can. But can wait a little later. No, no, no. Jason, that's fine. I will. The thing with my device, my device doesn't. Well, it kind of starts acting up after an hour. So I'm already like about 53 minutes. I'll see how far I can go. I'll probably go on for about 10 minutes more. But after that, because of my device, I'll have to sort of give up. Let's see how far I go. But I'm not here for very very long. So if you wanna transition from my stream on to the next one, I'm happy to pass the baton, as to say. Um, but yeah, that's how I'll do it. But yeah, well, I personally would go and I would go and switch on to your stream, man, because I love the analysis. So any of you guys here who don't know Jason Jerome, or haven't come across Jason Jerome's channel, please do check it out. It'll be very useful. He does some really good mathematical analysis on and statistical analysis on rather on events and how viable they are and how much it'll cost you, how many battles it'll take. So do check him out. Do check him out. Right on. I won't be available to the top of the hour. Hour. Okay. Okay. No worries, man. No worries. Okay. So let's do this. So all of you are here. You got 14 people watching. Anyone here who's new to my stream, let me know if you're doing this event, and what do you guys think of this new Titan? Do you agree with what I've said? Do you disagree? It's all fun and interesting to know. And Golden. So this is the Titan, the one I'm grinding with, guys. This is the one that you will get for 15,000 souls. One day I hope to. I think, well, not one day, but when I get to level 51, I probably will try and use him on sort of regular grinds. Because one thing with about champions is it's that if you can solo with champions, you don't have to worry about, well, you don't lose anything. You don't lose any troops. So in terms of food economy, that's very useful. Have you determined your goal for the event yet? Yes, Jason, I have. I will be going on till 2,500 souls to get the token. I'm not really buying into the new Titan. And one thing which I brought up, and I think you could verify that, is that Koldan was available at 10,000 souls in a previous event, and he's now available at 15,000 souls. So that in itself doesn't make it worth it. The new rune is gives you that armor. It's good. It's good for this type for Voldan. It's good for Koldan. Uh, uh, but is it worth 21,000 souls? That kind of question, if you put in mind, I don't know. So and all of that just doesn't seem to. And I do have most of the relics. I don't have the 4-star Earth site. But what I'm planning to do is I'll hold on to my sort of tokens, etc. And when they come out with Jaldorg, I will go for that event, and I'm putting my money on the fact that they will have many of these relics available. May not be the rune, and that's okay for me to pass it off. But I think they'll have many of their other relics available in that. And simply for the fact that Goliaths are not they and we all seen Game Rescue's video as well, and his comparison on Spearman and Goliaths. Spearman beating Goliaths. Man, that really makes me feel that having an X skill for Goliath, and especially an offensive X skill, it's I mean, what's going to happen is if I go and actually get this Titan, what I will have to do is, in order to make him useful, I'll have to level him up to probably level 50, so that I can unlock all the remaining four skill sets that boost Voldan himself. So I don't know, it just makes me not that excited for the event. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So he was, I think, Jason. I think he was available when Jaldorg event was available before this. I'm sure maybe you can verify that on your spreadsheet. But I know for sure that he was available at I'm pretty sure of this, available at 10,000 souls. And that's how I got my Golden from that event. So and that's why when I look at the things like, you're putting this at 15,000 souls, are you serious? I don't know why they done that. They could have filled in a relic here, but yeah, that's how it is. Um, but yeah, but I still do think that if someone really wants an infiltrator, you don't have any earth dealing Titan, earth damage dealing Titan, then maybe go for him. So yeah, that's how it is. King Babas, what's the next event? Ooh, that's a good one. I would say, if going by all the events that we've been having so far, I would think it's a physical event. Um, because we haven't had a event for physical element Titans for a while. Um, and I'm hoping, and that if it is a physical event, that they make um, Toland available. So Toland, for any of you who don't know, he is a 4-star ranger for the physical class, and if you get the right skill set, he could be pretty useful. And even if you don't get the right skill set, he's a ranger. You could buff himself, and he could be a good damage dealer on the field. So yeah, I'm hoping that will come out. If not, it'd probably be Ulrich. We all know Ulrich comes out. He's been and I don't have an Ulrich. But again, with champions, I'm not super excited. Although the champions are now a more useful class than they were before. Uh, uh, but even then, man, not super impressed. I was actually hoping you know for Jaldar to be available. If Jaldar was available in this event, I would have probably just gone on for that. Sorry, Ron, I missed your answers. Oh, no, no, yeah, yeah. My goal is just to get my 3 tokens, 2,500 souls, and that's it. I'm gonna tank all my tokens, and then afterwards, when I find, I mean, what I want is, I want to go for an event when they have Jaldorg available. I want that ranger, and I kind of want to hold off anything as well. So I don't know. It's not impressing me. Um, actually, when I was actually watching the devs live stream, I was when I saw that photograph, or the icon, and I was like, wait, hold on, is it going to be an infiltrator? And I was like, okay, well, I might actually go for this one. But then when they showed off the skills, I'm like, oh wait, they've got an X skill for Goliaths. Oh man, What a bummer. So, I mean, even if I, if I actually managed to do this event, and I got myself, and to be honest, It's not terribly hard, to reach 11,000 souls. Yeah, 2,500. Yeah, 2,500 souls is my goals alone. Yeah. What about you? What about you? Are you going all the ways alone? But yeah, so, uh, yeah, that's how it is. I think I lost track of what I was saying. I'll probably get it back. Um, yeah. So watching the stream, I was like, hey, yeah, they've doing, it's an infiltrator, but it's the first skill is for Goliaths, and that really put me off. I'm like, okay, well, oh, you're okay. You're going for 200,000 souls as well. Okay, okay. Yeah, because what's gonna happen for me is if I actually get this new Titan, what's gonna very likely happen? He's gonna sit in my Titan Hall for like forever, or for a very long time, and by the time I actually get down to leveling him up, they would have probably made this Titan available again in some event. And then it's like, what's the point then? And as what happens is, and as the things are normally in the world, all things new are more expensive, right? So if you're patient, it'll come out for cheaper. So, uh, you know, keeping that in mind, I think I wouldn't be losing too much. I mean, there are many events I regret not doing. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are events when my judgment has been off. Like for example, um, Calvarax and Zalon would. I know Zalon loves his Calvarax, and for the right reasons. It's Calvarax is one of those golden titans, and I put him in the same category as Champion Yaldorg, you know, because they are that good. I've seen those videos of the brain and people using the Calvarax to take down Odin defenses, and we know how archers are becoming more and more difficult to take down. Um, so Calvarax is an answer for that to an extent. So yeah, so I regret that. I regret not going for Wukong. I don't have Wukong because again, archer buff. I regret not going for Theros because again, he buffs archers. So, you know, that's okay. I'm sure that these items will roll out again eventually. I know Calrex was available in another event, but I was on my vacation and I couldn't get him. So, that's how it is, guys. So, you take what you can, you do what you can, and then, yeah, when the Titan comes up again, I'll probably get him then. And, by the time I probably would have gotten my other Titans, would have to a reasonable level, so I can focus on that. Yeah, but at this point, my main goal. So once I get my 3 tokens, I would change up uh, I probably wouldn't do any grinds with Golden. I probably switch on to very likely to Odin, because my Odin is at level 38 now, and I want to get him as close as I can to level 40, so I can do the fusions and push him over that edge. Yeah, that'd be nice. Obviously, I want to get into level 41, ideally, but we shall see. Shall see. I've got a bunch of Titans lined up for Titan Fusion, and I'm pretty sure all of you are as well. I know we're all sitting with jam-packed Titan halls with. So I've got 260 Titans, and man, it's always a battle for me to make sure that I'm not losing any Titans from the treasury. Yep, not paying to get this Titan before others. Uh, that's how players with too many 4 stars already have to look at new Titans. Yeah, show your Odin skill. You show your Odin skills. Hey, Jack, welcome. My Odin is not the best. I'll bring him up. Uh, just a second. Yeah, I agree with you, Zalon. It's not worth paying for it, especially when they release these Titans again at a lower price. Stack that food and Titans. Yeah. Get all the Titans you can. Max out your food storage and get ready for the Titan fusion. Alright, so Jack P. And first of all, welcome to my channel. Um, you may have been around, but I don't recognize your name, so welcome. Where's my choice? So here's my Odin. He's not the best, I'll tell you first. I've got Archer's Armor Piercing and Archer's Armor. Alright. But with the relics that I've put on him, and I have level 20 archers, it's nothing extremely high. Let me show you what the stats on my archers are with that. And it's pretty fun. I've been able to take down some really crazy defenses with this. I'm not garrisons. I wouldn't say I'm a garrison an expert in assigning garrisons, but I have certainly made a lot of success. What's that? Why is that coming on? Oh, hold on. That's not the stats. Okay, let's. I wish I can show you an attack with Odin. Is this a good one? Yeah. Okay, let's just try this one. Might actually struggle. This is Odin, right? With all archers. Hey, Ricardo Duarte. Hello. 3 weeks and I have castle level 25. Hey, I know you've been trying on your castle, and I know Ricardo, you've been with us for a while. Appreciate that. So good, yeah, level 25, man. That's amazing. You'll have some, and hopefully your troops will catch up as well. All right, just to make sure I can. Yeah, let's do this. So that's Odin 38, level 20 archers, and I do about two. I think I do about 200 armor piercing with that. So Goliaths go down like butter. Of course, the damage isn't extremely high. It's about 4,000 damage, so it takes a few hits. But because man, this map isn't great, so it may not be the best example, but we'll live with it. This is just to show you what they do on Goliaths, right? So let's check that out. Okay, yeah, so have a look at what they do to Goliaths. I know. Well, Odin didn't have too much of a hope. Yeah, but you see, the Goliath, they just melt. Alright, come on, off with you. This wasn't the most favorable map, and that's why I wouldn't set up my troops this way for a grind. So the nemesis for archers are Goliaths by any means. But there you go. 106k damage. I'm ready for the next set of God Titans, really. Tag her, yeah, I have Loki. I minus will level that up before getting. Yeah, exactly, yeah. So it's better to work on the Titans you have first, and then once you get them up, then wait for the Titans to come in. Everything that's new is, might just seems fancy at the moment, but oh, yeah, I need to keep the stock up. The way the Odin went down, yeah. Oh, okay, the way Odin dies is ridiculous, right? Yeah, he has the quickest death of a Titan. Let's do one more. Let's have a look at. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get my Odin killed, and we'll have a look at him dying again. King Bob. Okay, fellow Earth humans have got. Okay, cool, King Bob. Thank you for tuning in. It was nice having you around, and have a good event. So, Ricardo, you say 106k damage. Where did you see that number? I don't think my archers do that damage. How do I get? Alright. Okay, I'm gonna get my Odin killed. Probably get him killed. let him kill that first, and then I'll kill the others. Hopefully, I can get him to die. Ooh, okay, let's try it out. What? Okay. No, 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 no. Oh, oh man. Okay, no, no. Okay, come on, die. Are you gonna? No, he did. He managed to kill that freaking Imperial. I thought he's gonna go down. Oh well. But yes, he's got a pretty funny death. He's like, hey, I gotta die now, and he just falls off. Yeah, it's pretty hilarious. Hey, Riohan, hey, welcome, welcome. Nice to catch you around. So let's try that again. I really want to see I want to see Odin die again. I think this is a perfect land. I will take that in because yeah, I don't want to screw up constantly. But yeah, we'll see. Hopefully I can get him to die again. Yes, yeah, but I do like even without having that damage skill on my archers, it's still a good. It's still he still give the archers are still very good. Um, so I'll continue to level him up. Um, right, one thing I'll do is right, you go and die there. Think once he's done with that. All right, so as before that happens, let's have a look at how much damage is dealt. So it takes a few hits, obviously. There you go. Is Odin dead yet? Oh, freaking hell. I'm trying to get this guy to die, but I think I gotta. I'll probably run him into. I'm gonna run him into Imperials. Oh, sweet. Is it a kill Odin angry mob stream? Kill them all. Yeah, yeah. That's the good. Archers are really good against taking down big chunks of units, and man, they are. It's fun to watch Imperials go down. So once, I think I'll go and attack one of the land. What? What's his problem? Man, you war gods, why are you gonna attack my VP lands, man? Okay, if you don't want me to attack you, I won't attack you. I have PP land set up. I'm not one of those idiots who doesn't have any PP land set up. There you go. Whatever. I'll go on to someone else. If you don't want me to attack your PP lands, then don't have PP lands, man. Simple. Oh man. All right. I really wanted to show you guys that attack on So how's the season going? Well, it's been a really tough season. Oh, I think uh I'll be going for top 100. Okay, hold on guys. Quickly want to check where we are. I don't think we are. Nope, no way we're going for top 100. Okay, I think I'm just gonna be. I gotta be honest. Do we have space? I think we do have space. Got about 3 spaces available. 4 spaces available. Yeah, so season's been tough, Riohan. We are in the alliance with War Gods, and they have turned the Masters League into Legends League, and we have been getting our lands capped. We have been so yeah, it's been tough week, but we're hanging in there. Hanging in there. Hey, we got 4 spaces. I'm gonna quickly send this reply out. We got 4. So I think we are probably gonna go for spaces, and we are likely gonna land up with, okay, with 3k gems. That's what's gonna happen, I think. You're welcome to join if you want. I don't want to give any false hope, right? Yeah, so Hunters, if you're watching my stream, yeah, you've been, I mean, this splash has been awesome. I had a good time with doing PP battles with her some time back. I feel War Gods was with NT Dragons and Knights a few weeks ago. It was insane. Yeah, man, they are real fighters, man. They're real fighters, man. Kudos to them. But man, I can't spend that much time and money in the game to kind of be engaged with the game as much. I mean, I have been asked a few times by not War Gods, but I've been asked by a few of the alliances to play, to play with them, and I appreciate that, and I'm honored. But man, I don't have the time to and to sort of and I can't see myself constantly sort of spending money on land refreshes, stuff like that. But yeah, I believe it was Phoenix, One Vision, some Russians and War Gods all fighting. Woohoo! That's crazy. That's crazy. Masters Edition, World War Three. Yeah, see that's one hell of a comment. We were with, I think One Vision was in our server last week. In the Masters server. I don't know if it was the same server. Man, it was insane. But we at Stone Beast we hold our own, man. We hold our own. We may not be the strongest alliance out there, but we do what we can. Like, let me see if I can get. And before I can look at that, before I can even make him walk, they're all dead. But yeah, so yeah, but yeah, they're real fighters. They're real fighters. All top alliances, man. So and no one really wants to stay in Legends a lot. So I guess if you think, well, you want to come down and get yourself a 4-star, I guess that's how you do it. Then come down to a Masters and you totally own the league. All right, I think we'll do. Let's have a look at the time. Right, I got 1 hour and 20 minutes, guys. I think this is a point I should be at. My battery starts to go low at this point. But yeah, guys. So it was nice having you all. I should end the stream because before my phone gives up on me. Let's have a quick look at where I am on the event. Zalon says Masters is the new Legends. Yeah, Legends is filled with old guard who refused to drop. Yep, you're not gonna see League of Gods coming in the Masters League anytime soon, are we? So yeah, so that's right, Zalon. I agree with you. So there I am with 770 souls, heading steadily on. That Earth token, that's my second Earth token. So yeah, that's my goal, guys. And if you're here, I'm gonna go to 200,000 souls. Sorry, I'm not gonna be doing any intense grinds really. I probably might do a grind, might do a stream tomorrow, just casually, just to do some battles and stuff like that. But yeah, that's another event that I'm gonna pass off. Hopefully next week, if it's a more interesting event, I'll try and go way through. But anyway, for any of you guys who are considering doing the event, I mean, again, I wish you luck, and I hope you have a good week. Yeah, Zalon, are you streaming this week? That'd be nice to have a stream from Zalon. So as before, Rio Hand, Zalon, King Bob, I know you have to hear Ricardo Duarte, tag here, Jack P, Jason Jerome, and Jason Jerome, if you're around, man, I'm obviously ending the stream now. If you are here and listening, you're happy to, you could start your stream whenever you're ready, man. Go ahead, go for that. Joseph Jansen, King Bob, and Gulherme and Born Scubby. All of you guys, man. Appreciate you coming in. It's been wonderful. I'll catch you all again in a future stream. Have a good one, guys. Have a good one. Bye.